Hello, everybody. This is Jonathan Washburn, the Dean of Mortgages, coming at you today, September 10th, 2021. The NFL season started last night. Congratulations to the Buccaneers. I'm sorry, Cowboy fans, you did not have it. Greg, the leg, did not have it last night. You probably should have won that game, but you didn't. It is what it is. Oh, well, so glad to be with you today, back in the classroom again. Let's talk about the number one thing that everybody wants to talk about to me over the last, over this past summer. Are we in a housing bubble, right? You've seen it on the news. You have seen it all over the media. Everyone is scared that 2006 is about to happen again. Is it going to happen? Well, there's a couple reasons why I don't think that 2006 is about to replicate itself in 2021. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 reasons why 2021 is not 2006. Number one, interest rates. Have you seen the interest rates lately? For the last year and a half, they have been unbelievably low. All right, and here's the thing. Most people use the monthly payment on their home to determine how much they're actually going to spend on a home, right? Rates in 2006 were about 3% higher than they are right now, right? What that means is that if you had a $250,000 mortgage in 2006, that payment at 6.25% would have been more than $1,500 a month. Today, the exact same loan at 3.25% is less than $1,100 a month. Right? So you just got $400 a month of more of increased buying power simply because something that you can't control, that none of us can control, mortgage interest rates went down. All right. So because mortgage rates have gone down, driving down monthly payments, people are able to spend more money overall on a loan than they were in the past, right? So that's one huge difference from 2006 when rates were much higher than they are today. All right, number 2, people are making bank. I know it may not feel like this, right? I know we've got a lot of doom and gloom in the media, but if you've looked at employees' wages recently, it is crazy. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, today's hourly earnings have increased by over 55% since 2006. Quite simply, today's homeowners literally have more money to spend. And what does the American dream dictate that they do? If you have more money, you spend more money. So that's what they are doing, right? So people can afford more because interest rates are low, and they're also making more money. So they are spending more money on houses, which is driving house costs up, house values up. Number 3, the most important thing that is going on is the inventory. Okay, you've heard me talk about this many times before, but the reason why today's houses are actually worth more than they were a few years ago is because of appreciation from the low supply that is out there. Right. In June, housing inventory literally reached its lowest point that it had ever reached in the 40-year history of tracking that data. Right? Basic supply and demand. This is not like some crazy politician's version of economics where he's got like all these clever words and charts and graphs and stuff. No. This is basic high school economics. What happens when supply goes up? Demand goes down. What happens when supply goes down? Demand goes up, right? Remember toilet paper last year, all of a sudden overnight, you couldn't get any. And if you didn't have it in the house, you were willing to spend what? 2, 3, 4 times more than normal just to get some toilet paper. That's kind of what's going on with housing prices. I do believe this is going to turn around, right? There's a lot of reasons for the low inventory. I've made several other videos about this, right? One is COVID, right? New construction is one of the only things that can help with the inventory problem. And new construction was, we put a hammer and nail into new construction last year when we really needed more houses to begin with, right? Once new construction is able to ramp back up to where it was earlier, we are going to help fix this inventory problem. And I think you're going to see house values creep back down a little bit, but this is not some bubble that is about to burst, okay? There are real, genuine, reasonable reasons as to why the house values are up. All right. Those of you that have stuck with me till the end, I got something special for you. Every week this year, every Friday this year, we are going to do some pay your mortgage NFL picks. All right. I know some of you have had a tough year. Others of you have had a really good year and you're looking to, turn that money, invest that money into something smart. So here's what you can do. You can invest your money into me and my Dean of Mortgages, Pay Your Mortgage NFL picks for 2021. So I got 3 winners for you this weekend. Number one, Baltimore is giving 4.5 points to the Raiders. Makes sense, right? Baltimore's great. Got a great defense. They've got a great coach. They've got one of the most exciting quarterbacks in the world. But have you seen what's been going on in Baltimore over the last few weeks? They are 1 injury away from giving me a call and asking me to suit up at starting running back, and that is not something that the Baltimore Ravens want to do. John Gruden is getting, he hasn't been good for 2 decades now. The Raiders weren't good last year. This is a classic case of everyone's trusting the pedigree, but they're not actually watching what's actually happening. Take the Raiders and the points this weekend. You won't regret it. Number 2, the state up north allegedly has a professional football team. I say allegedly because they haven't won a playoff game in who knows how long. They just traded away the best player they've had since Barry Sanders for a guy that couldn't even score 1 touchdown in the Super Bowl. And they are playing against one of the best coaches in the NFL who's coming back with a vengeance after having one of the worst injury-plagued seasons imaginable. There is no way that the Lions are keeping this game within 10 points, much less covering 7.5. 49ers all day. And last but not least, the Cleveland Browns are getting 6.5 points this weekend. Now, I know Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever seen. Not the greatest, but he is the best quarterback I've ever seen. He's got crazy weapons. He's got an incredible coach. But the Browns are going to be excellent this year. They have the best offensive line in football. They've got the best running back combination in football. You see my man Nick Chubb right there with the Chubb crunch. All right. They've got the best backup running back in football. They've got a very good wide receiver core, and their defense was completely upgraded in the offseason. The last time we saw the Browns take the field, they were a ridiculous Chad Henne conversion away from getting to the AFC Championship. This team is significantly better than they were last year. And the Kansas City Chiefs have offensive line issues, only to be going up against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney this weekend. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Browns are not only covering, they're making the upset this weekend. You heard it here first. Browns over Chiefs. Thank you so much for joining the Dean of Mortgages in the classroom today. School is out.